situation, Ornstein dropping that earlier on. There's a lot. Are the dominoes starting to fall? Marcus Rashford looking increasingly difficult that he can get a move out. We could have said that from the start. We all said about how difficult the wages and all of this stuff. We said it. We did say that.
And then suddenly, Flex, 5 journalists at the same time all report he'd be open to staying. He'd be open to staying. Almost like they were all told the same thing. Very coincidental.
Yeah, 100%.
That can't surely happen, man. He cannot surely stay, man. But we'll get into it.
If he... I don't know, bro. I was saying if he stays... He has to come back.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get off.
No,
brother. What do you mean? Imagine every press conference after this now. Yo, how the window's closed? Rashford's there. Why are you not using him? And it can happen every week, bro. So he's gonna be like, he's gonna fed up, man. He's gonna be like, yo, I'm out of here, man. Run your Rashford questions. Now he has to go though. Now this right here, like this is like, yo, nobody really can afford my wages, man. Like I'm on big wages. Juventus aren't coming. Dortmund can't pay for it. You know, Barcelona are in trouble already as it is.
And Rashi's not doing that one. You notice how like ready for a new challenge. Yeah, we're not really going to subsidize that, but you could drop your end if you want and go play.
Yeah.
New challenge. He said, nah, happy to stay and train, mate. Do extra training. I'll stay. You know what I mean? It's when it comes to it, how much do you really want the move out? Would you? Because a man's not going to dock his wages. He said, I'm not dropping.
How come they never realised this? Because like you said, Flex, when it first came up about Marcus Rashford going, immediately everyone goes, right, he's on around 300 a week and he wants to go play in Europe. And everyone goes, well, how's that going to work then? How is that going to work? And then 2 weeks later on, it's like, actually, no one can afford it. And you go, well, no shit, can't afford it. And to be honest, Saeed's right in the sense of, Amrim's already kind of drawn the line a little bit because when he was asked, why is Rashford not playing? He's like, well, it's about players that I want in my team. I'm paraphrased. I can't remember exactly what he said, but effectively he said, I don't really like him. don't really like the team. So if he does start playing, then you start going, so why is he now best for the team? What's changed there? Is it just because he stayed and now I've got to try and make use out of the asset that I've got? And that's just one thing. That's just one issue at Manchester United, and there is a plethora of them. Oh my God, it's
loads, and that's what we've got to get into. Minna, what you saying on this Rashford situation? Because it looks like he could stay. Rashford, Minna, what? I mean, are you wanna guys? Don't really. If he stays, don't really care.
No, you don't know I'm a big Rashford fan. Yeah, no, I'm a big Rashford. But Ineos have to find a solution. They have to, even if it's offering to pay some of his wages, because the worst, I think it unsettles the team even more. Like right now, I'm very curious to see what the team think of his exclusion from the squad, given the fact that United are struggling to score goals. And he might not have been in flying form, but he's an extra body in the front line. Man United now let Anthony go. Ineos have to find a solution for Marcus Rashford. And Marcus Rashford effed up the day that he's turned around and said, oh, I'm open to a new challenge. Because it's like, you lot guys, I know you lot have done this with your kids and you threaten to run away.
Oh,
you pack a bag and you're like, I'm going. You don't go anywhere. If it turns out to be one of them situations, it's embarrassment for Rashford more than it is for the club. Because the club may or may not have briefed, oh, we're open to offers for him, but their stance hasn't changed. It's the fact that he can't find a solution for himself. It's not the fact that the club can't find a team that potentially maybe want him. So for me, for Amrim's situation right now, with all the problems that he's got on the pitch, the most important thing is to find a solution for this. Because I think a lot of United bringing in players also rides on Marcus Rashford leaving. Like, it's really unfortunate that we find ourselves in that kind of situation, but it really does. And Ruben Amorim needs specific players in the team or specific profiles. And, like with the Garnacho thing, if the manager has identified that a player don't fit, then you should look to offload him. And that's where Ineos should come in to support the manager. They should create the best squad that would help him to get results, maybe to win stuff in the future. So with the Rashford thing, 2 weeks from now, exactly 2 weeks from now is deadline day. If he's still at Manchester United, by the time it hits 11 p.m., Manchester United have effed up, as Marcus Rashford. Both of them have effed up. And if they can't, because it's going to come February, March, all the questions are going to be like, Amorim's going to have to make a decision. Now, are you going to exclude him for the next 5 months? Are you going to leave him? I said they should do what happened with Aubameyang at Arsenal. Just pay him off. You're not happy to pay Ten Hag off. Just pay him off as well. Let him leave.
And Ashworth as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Wrap it up. I mean,
hey, Dan Ashworth, he's looking good at the moment, isn't he? Hey,
100%.
about that. You know what I mean? It's if there's one person whose reputation has grown over the last 6 weeks ish, Dan Ashworth. Bit of a pushback going. You know, I'm a Ruben Amorim, great coach, but you realise you've got players for 4-2-3-1, not 3-4-3. Yeah, they'll adapt. They'll adapt. Well, not really looking like that, is it? You know, so very interesting, old Dan.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I mean, yeah, you get the like I say, PR piece, whatever you want to call it. Samuel Luckhurst has done a piece, and he said Rashford's still willing to play for Man United and doing extra training amid matchday squad XR. United have open training on Wednesday and can name 23 players in the squad. There's no point putting him in the squad now. There's no point putting him in the squad unless at the end he comes back and he stays. And if he stays, he's got to be reintegrated. KG is in. He's in the studio.
Hi.
There's stuff going on in the back. He's in.
How's everyone doing?